Sometimes it takes months for rumors to grow. This time, it took seconds. One photo of Usha Vance without her wedding ring, and suddenly the internet was convinced her marriage to Vice President JD Vance was falling apart. Within hours, social media exploded with speculation. Was her marriage to Vice President JD Vance in trouble? Was the hug from last month connected? Why did she remove the ring? And why now? The photos were taken on November 19th at Camp Lejeune, a military training facility in North Carolina. Usha was there with Melania Trump, smiling, speaking, supporting military families, doing her job. But the second her hand was photographed without that ring, the internet decided something was wrong. People started pulling up screenshots comparing past events and revisiting the clip that went viral a few weeks ago. The hug between JD Vance and Erika Kirk, the widow of political organizer Charlie Kirk. That moment went everywhere online because Erika didn't just hug JD. She held him tightly. Her hand moved to the back of his head. His hands were briefly around her waist. The entire interaction shocked viewers because it seemed intimate, especially given that Erika had just lost her husband and JD was supporting her through her grief. Many people defended them, saying grief makes people emotional. Others called the moment inappropriate. Whatever it was, it created tension and speculation long before the missing ring resurfaced everything again. So when Usha showed up ringless, people made the connection instantly. But only hours after rumors took off, Usha Vance's team responded, and the explanation was surprisingly simple. A spokesperson told people that Usha is a mother of 3 young children who does a lot of dishes, gives lots of baths, and forgets her ring sometimes. That's it. No dramatic scandal, no marriage fallout, just a busy mother who occasionally forgets to put jewelry back on. And honestly, when you look at Usha's life, that explanation makes sense. She and JD Vance have been married since 2014. They have 3 children, Ewan, Vivek, and Mirabel, all under 10. She has a full-time role as second lady, she's raising kids, and she's known for being extremely private. She rarely speaks with the media, rarely gives interviews, and rarely enters the center of internet drama. So the fact that she didn't immediately explain missing jewelry is not unusual. It's consistent with who she's always been. But the missing ring wasn't the only fuel for speculation. The viral hug moment with Erika Kirk resurfaced. Erika had publicly praised JD and Usha for supporting her after her husband's assassination, saying they are the most incredible people, with such genuine love. She said JD had been a blessing in her grief, and in earlier interviews, she emphasized that both JD and Usha had been there for her during the darkest months of her life. Still, the hug went viral. Because of the way it looked, not the way it was intended. And online, perception often wins over context. On top of that, JD recently made headlines for comments about religion during a Turning Point event. He openly talked about raising their children Christian even though Usha was raised Hindu. He explained that he hopes she might eventually convert, but emphasized free will and respect in their household. For some viewers, that moment created questions about how their marriage works behind the scenes. For others, it was simply an honest answer that aligned with his personal beliefs. But all of this, the hug, the comments, the missing ring, folded into one narrative when the photos of Usha's bare hand surfaced. People love a storyline, people love a mystery, and people especially love to dissect the personal lives of political couples. But if you zoom out, the picture looks different. Usha has never been someone who lives publicly. She rarely posts, she rarely speaks, she rarely responds to gossip. If anything was truly wrong, her team wouldn't jump to defend her so quickly, especially during a major appearance beside the First Lady. The spokesperson's answer, "She forgets her ring sometimes," feels almost too normal for the internet to accept. But sometimes, the simple answer is the real one. At the end of the day, there is no evidence of a split. No reports of marital issues, no confirmation of anything unusual, just a woman doing dishes, bathing kids, juggling schedules, wiping counters, and, like millions of women, sometimes not wearing her wedding ring. So the question becomes, did the internet overreact? Or are people searching for cracks in a political marriage because it fits the narrative they want to believe? Let me know what you think. Was this just a harmless missing ring? Or is there more to the story?